2019 MLB draft. Significant developments on the injury front. Flexor tendon surgery.
I've never taken a day in the big leagues for granted. Diversity is a good thing, so that's kind of where the growth is.
Doesn't get much quicker than that. Strike three. There's that man again on his way back. That was a real angry Skubal. Take that.
The battle within yourself and the battle with the catcher and the hitter, I think that's a ton of fun.
Strikeout number 200 for Tarik Skubal. The best players in the league get talked about, and Tarik is one of the best pitchers in the league. Certain doom is the answer. That's about as emotional as you're going to get from Tarik Skubal. Look at that. All of that emotion, all of that fire, all of that conversation about competition leads to a moment where he's right in the middle of the playoff race. The Cy Young probable favorite in the American League on the hill once again as Tigers baseball is presented by Tiger Law. And the Tigers right now, with the Twins in progress against Cleveland, are 1.5 games back of that Minnesota team for the final wild card. Kansas City starting to look in the rearview mirror too, with the Tigers trying to chase them. But maybe the best rivalry in the AL Central, Tarik Skubal against the Royals. Jason Benetti, Andy Dirks, Johnny Payne in a moment. Look, Skubal versus the Royals has been very intriguing. 3 starts already this year and kind of a mixed bag.
It has been, and you know, it's been because it hit the changeup. You know, you brought up a good point when we were discussing even off camera. Like, this is one of the best hitting teams against his changeup. He hasn't had as much success. Skubal is going to have to hit the right buttons. They're going to watch these hitters' timing. They're going to say, okay, are they setting on this changeup? Because it looks like they probably are. And if they are, then the Tigers are then going to have to adjust. Jake Rogers behind the dish is going to have to start putting down some different numbers, hitting some different buttons on that pitch bump. Because you see these guys right here blasting the changeup. You cannot hit Tarik Skubal's changeup unless you're setting on the pitch. So they're going to watch the timing. They're going to see, okay, where are they getting the front foot down in that decision moment? Are they looking like they're setting changeup? If they are, you're going to see a lot more fastball sliders tonight. But it's going to be kind of a on-the-fly type of situation for Jake Rogers, for AJ, for Fetter, for Tarik, to see what these Royals hitters are doing and how they're approaching here.
Yeah, everybody's got an idea of what the other person might do based on history, but tonight is its own beast, and that's going to be real fun to watch.
It's going to be fun. I'm excited to see, okay, what are the Royals going to do? Because now the Royals are in a position where everybody knows they hit his changeup last couple times. They're like, is he going to keep throwing them? Or is he going to go fastball? This is why baseball's amazing, because we don't know until they get out on Tarik gets out on the bump.
It's all chess tonight between the Tigers and the Royals. The extra innings at the end. Last night for the Tigers, they have been pretty good as a group in bonus baseball this year. Who's the best Tiger team ever in extra innings? We'll tell you that. Good one with it. Tigers baseball is brought to you by Comerica Bank. Raise your expectations of what a bank can be. Come to Comerica. By Wallside Windows, 80 months, no interest, plus half off every window at wallside.com. By Tiger Law, all we do is win. And by GMC. Visit your closest GMC dealer today for exceptional offers. 18 extra inning games. If the Tigers play their cards right this year, by the end of the season, they can easily play basically an extra inning game a week.
That's a lot of extra baseball.
It's a lot. And by the way this is going, a lot of extra baseball is going to be taxing on the heart. 9 extra inning wins this year, but it's not close yet to the franchise record. 3 times the Tigers have won 13 extra inning ball games in a season. But you know what? We've still got time left.
There's still time. I don't know if I need that in my life. I would prefer to win in the 9-inning fashion. But anytime you can win, Jason, okay.
The wins will win. Look, the adventure continues. The last 2 nights have been ludicrous. I don't know what this is going to be tonight, but you ready?
I'm so ready. This is like going to be the chess match of all chess matches.
Skubal versus the Royals. 86 degrees, beautiful once again. Just tremendous forecasts all the way through this series and in Baltimore as the Tigers take on the Royals and try to sweep Kansas City and draw to within 2 games of the Royals, which a couple weeks ago seemed completely unfathomable. But we will see. Tigers batting order presented by your Southeast Michigan
4 dealers. Alec Marsh coming off a double-figure strikeout game, so we show you whip rate in the Tigers order, and a bunch of them right around league average. Marcel Perez has been a really good contact guy. Again, Colt Keith out of the lineup with a shoulder issue from last night, and the first pitch is swung through. It's strike one from the former Air Devil, Spencer Torkelson's college teammate, Alec Marsh. I like it. You can be aggressive early against Alec Marsh. What's he going to run to? What is really been striking guys out of that curveball, especially left-handed hitter. So if he can command that curveball, you can get ahead of the receiver. Watch that curveball come down and into a left-handed hitter, that little back foot one. But he's got a multitude of pitches. I mean, it's not just a curveball. You know, he throws a slider, he'll throw the sinker, changeup. That seemed to be kind of his running pitch. The fastball numbers are pretty good, too. For the league to only hit right around 200 against your fastball, it speaks to how good the breaking stuff is, I would imagine. 0-2 coming. And there is that breaking ball inside and down. That wasn't a good one, though. You can't throw it at the foot. You got to throw it at the back foot, not the front foot. You're probably not going to get a swing on that one, unless he's swinging on the move. 1-2 for Marsh. Fouled away by Meadows. Tigers scored the 2 runs in the 10th inning. Riley Green, the RBI single. Parker Meadows had himself that little parachute to left with the infield in because of the balk out of the clear blue sky. 1-2, rock to first. Brian Gordon was one away. That was leading. That's what happens when you hang the changeup, Parker Meadows. That right side of the infield, I see, we don't have to worry about Michael Massey making diving plays over there this game. No, he's not bad over there either. No, he's not, but Massey is state-of-the-art. He's been unbelievable over there. He wears out the entire AL Central. Yeah, Michael Massey does. Here's Carpenter. And he'll check his swing on more of the curveball that you were talking about when you introduced him. That's the one that he's going to use that for some swinging minutes. It also kind of gets you off the fastball a little bit. You can't just jump the fastball because you'll swing over the top of that curveball. Fastball that squeezes inside. 2-0 for Gary Carpenter, who started the game the other night, got 3 at-bats worth, and Warrensburg Perez hit for him in the 6th inning and paid that off with a 2-run double. A huge swing of his game in this series. He went back-to-back nights with 2-hit doubles. One from the right-handed portion of the batter's box, one from the left-handed. That's incredible. Yeah, not easy to do. 2-0 is clubbed foul by Gary Carpenter. Marsh comes off a career-high-time 11 strikeouts against Pittsburgh Pirates. Royals won 8-3. He has not been a long outing guy this year. His first start of the year was 7 innings, but only twice this year. After that, has he gone 7 innings? And we told you off the top, and it has proven to be true that the Royal bullpen sometimes can be very gettable. They did, especially when Carson's out with an injury. That was a huge blow to the Royals because he was a good leverage guy for them. Throws really hard. But just not as many options for him at this point in the season. Inside, we've seen Serpa throw back-to-back nights. Ursig looked like he ran a marathon by the end of the game. Iron Man. He was close. 3-2 from Marsh. And it hit him in the shoe. 1-2, buckle my shoe. Gary Carpenter to first base. Now this is how you can defeat the back foot slider. Oh, it hit him in the knee, actually. I thought it was a foot and not a knee. Put your knee right into it. Yeah. He's smiling now. That's the smile of, that really wasn't fun. But I'm going to laugh and act like it's okay. But my brain, the little receptors of the nerve endings in the kneecap right now are shooting up in his brain saying, ouch, stop smiling. Stop smiling. Why are you smiling? Julie's like, hey, when you turn 40, that's not going to be nearly as fun. You got a 2 next year. The next year, singles column there. First pitch here is up to Warrensburg Perez getting the start. And Yearling on the bench for this 3rd game. That's a
it to right field. That's in for a base hit, and that will get Carpenter to third. The Tigers have smashed the baseball twice in this inning already.
And you'll see, this was another changeup, left up in the zone, and Lincoln Perez just keeps hitting the ball hard. 3 at-bats in a row. He pulled one to right last night off the fence. That was a 98-mile-an-hour fastball last night, by the way. This is a hanging changeup. Now the Tigers are in business here.
102 and 107 off the bat. In case you don't believe us, on a hard hit baseball. Those were crushed. Riley Green swings through a fastball, 0-1. So getting Alec Marks in the first inning is a good idea. Then second and third time through, there's a little bit of a bump in the road too.
Yeah, you know, when these guys obviously know he throws decent on off-speed, and that's why they say he can be a little late on that heater, like Riley right there. It's kind of like, well, could it be a curveball? No, it is not.
Now, do you wipe away the changeup though if it's gotten hit hard twice? Like, would Riley still have it in his mind here?
I would think curveball or heater. You know, after 2 guys that hit the changeup, obviously he's not located that pitch. Hasn't really located the curveball yet either.
High heat again, 1 and 2.
So that's why he's pulling the fastball in. Doesn't have command of those 2 at the moment. But he's going to have to throw them. It's not like, oh, guess what? Now I'm just going to throw all fastballs the rest of the game and nothing else. No, he's still going to have to mix it up.
1-2. Inside. 4 straight fastballs.
And that's the confidence in the changeup has dwindled. The confidence in the curveball is not there. So what other options does he have? Is the fastball. That's one of his best pitches.
Oh, and Brunton's best curveball of the day is a 12-6 curve, and there are 2 away.
This is the one that goes back door. So it starts, looks like it's going to be a heater off the plate away. Sneaks onto the outside edge. And if you're thinking potentially curveball down the end, that seems like it's a mile away from it.
Looks away, totally, right? Yeah. Swing and a miss on a fastball. So Torque, if you'll recall, in March's first start against the Tigers this year, had a couple of fly balls to right field, one of which he hit pretty well. And they kind of smiled at each other, and Torque was like, I'll get you at some point, but, you know, we'll see.
We got a little ASU fun.
Yeah, a little sparky battle here. March against Torkelson. And he leans into a take, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Those would be fun text threads, to be honest.
Yeah, I bet you we couldn't air it.
No,
if we had them.
But if I was Torque, I would be just blowing them up on the start day.
Would you?
Yeah, because it gets, you know, starting pitchers all have this routine.
Yeah, Torque doesn't care. He's plays every day.
It's a normal day for a position player, but a pitcher, it's like, some guys are like, don't even look at me, don't breathe towards me, definitely don't talk to me. Other guys are a little more laid back, casual. I don't know, like Scooble. Scooble's laid back.
Yeah, walking around.
Good energy, just laid back.
2-1 is in his dirt. It's 3 balls and a strike, and a throw on to Burns. It's safe. Perez does stand for back.
But if I knew it was a guy who was a don't talk to me, oh, I'd blow him up.
Nice pick by Salvi there. It's one of those where if he's on Do Not Disturb, you click send anyway. Yeah, send anyway.
And then you text his friend if you want to block you. Hey, text him.
Yeah. You would be on this phone all day long.
Text Alan.
Yeah.
Text him. Hey, all your buddies. You just text him.
Hey, no, seriously, it's an emergency.
It's an emergency. Hey, what's up, man? How's that start going to go today?
It's unbelievable. 3-1 is inside. He walked in, and the bases are loaded for Chase Young.
So the first text of the night for Torkelson is, what are you, scared?
Yeah, right. Which shrug emoji.
Shrug, yeah. Whatever.
In a month or so that it's felt like the wheel has landed on Parker Meadows in big spots over and over again. This is an opportunity for Chase Young, who's pinch hit twice in the series but not started, to get a big swing off.
It is. He had one of the best at bats of the night last night, with 9 pitches deep.
First one here, he sees a hook, strike 1. But again, even if you don't put up runs, this is the 25th pitch of the first inning for March.
Right. put the pressure on the pitcher, put it on the defense.
And that bullpen as well, because who knows who's available down there for Kansas City today in Mike Cabrera.
Yeah, and that is to be determined. There's a lot of guys that aren't well rested.
0-2, straight foul left side by Chase Young. Matt Quatrero, Tampa Bay Rays, in his second season as the Royals manager after 106 losses last year. On his way, it looks like, to the postseason, but they're going to need to bank some wins. 0-2. Ooh, look out.
He was not happy with the last fastball location that was over the middle of the plate, and he was definitely not going to miss over the plate with that one. He said, no, I'm throwing this up. The last one was supposed to be up. He made sure to get that one up.
Bases loaded, 1-2 on Young. Now he found the curveball through the course of the inning, and Riley Green's it back.
He really did, and that was a nasty one right there. Bottom of the zone. If you're trying to hunt that hater, you ain't going to hit that.
No score, Tigers loaded the bases in the top of the first. That's a good sign. And the Tigers starting pitcher presented by Wallside Windows. So, look to F5, on to E6 all night long. We'll see how he throws this Kansas City team. We've seen it 3 times.
Well, hopefully he looks like Bobby Fischer tonight.
The Royals are not wearing exactly deep blue. So that's good. That is royal blue.
It is royal blue.
Tommy Pham leads it off, the well-traveled veteran who is 2 for 10 so far in the series. Skubal's first pitch was in for a strike on a fastball at 95. This is grounded through the right side. Pham without the fastball enough to shoot it the opposite way. Royals batting order starts with Tommy Pham. It's presented by your Metro Detroit Chevy dealers. Derek Skubal, obviously one of the strikeout kings in Major League Baseball. So whip rate stands out for Kansas City. There are just a couple well above league average and a few that are very nice contact spots, including this guy who in most years would get a lot of MVP votes, Bobby Witt Jr.
Yeah, if it wasn't for a guy in New York getting more homers than I've really ever seen. Hit by a guy for a long, for 20 years.
Long time, Barry Bonds was that guy. But you see Ramos just hit the first Oppo.
That was, look how he goes. That was incredible. Absolute change-up. Right.
Elliot Ramos, first guy ever to go opposite
Isn't that
field.
wild? Yeah, I would have thought, if somebody asked me, has anybody, a right-handed hitter, ever hit one of the McCovey toe? I would have said a resounding yes. At some point.
Yeah, just
the amount of games. Wind was blowing out that day, whatever. But nope.
Yeah, first Oppo splash hit ever. 1-1, fouled away. So he started with a changeup, then threw him a couple of fastballs. Everything working away to this point.
And that's where you want to pitch Bobby Witt for the most part. If you go in at all, it better be up and in. And there's a small little window up there that he's a little bit vulnerable in, but you can also leak one out over the plate. You can do damage on it. We're looking at for that fastball changeup mix today. What's Terry going to go more with? Fastball changeup.
Ooh, lost fastball, blitzed him. He strikes out Bobby Witt Jr. There's your answer.
Looks like he might be going here. There's one off the plate away at 95, and then thank you kindly, 97 off the way. That's a tough pitch to hit right there, too.
Now, how do you get that pitch?
Yeah, you can't get your legs. You kind of got to cover it with your top hand. Got a top hand. Firm grip with the top hand.
Salvi 11 for a class 30. He tried to check his swing, and that fastball came in at 98. He went around strike 1.
So we thought the Royals were set to change up last, maybe a couple hours, but they did some damage on the changeup, got a lot of hits. Looks like they were kind of contemplating to set changeup. We'll see if they continue to do that.
There's a ground ball off the changeup, and that's through. It's a base hit. Tommy Pham to second base. Tigers defense pressed into action early. Riley Green, Parker Meadows, Wencel Perez in the outfield. On the infield, Young, Sweeney, McKinstry. Petrie at second, Keith out, Torkelson, and Rogers catching. 3 batters in. What do you think about the approach?
Well, that was a changeup. Hit on that. Didn't really fool Bobby Witt on the changeup, but got him on the heater. And this is where it's tough, because you're like, I do have to mix some changeups in, but when do I mix them in? So you got Jake Rogers back there trying to figure this out on the fly. What are they setting? I would say he's setting changeup in. Legs up in the air for quite a while. It was kind of by him by the time he was ready. So it looks like he's kind of waiting on something a little softer.
1-0. It would strike me, though, that if you do wait on the changeup and at least dissuade Skubal from throwing it, you can make him less three-dimensional than he normally is.
Without question. Usually it's fastball changeup. First time through the order, you see right there, he's running to the slider already, saying, what's up with this changeup? Why are these guys hitting it?
2-0. A well-placed fastball is a fix for everything, though.
It is. It's definitely is.
But that changeup to Salvi was not a strike, Andy. That was not a result.
No, that was a good one. It was down the way, right where you want it. It's usually a swing and miss pitch for Skubal.
Up the middle, knocks his glove off. He bare hands, throws to second, and gets the out. Again? I mean, that's happened multiple times. Remember, last start, a couple of starts, he said, don't even think about it. And they're going to come out anyway. But remember, he caught that one straight forward at him at home that hit him kind of in the thumb of the glove. Now, that wasn't even close to the thumb, I don't think. That was on that end of it.
But yeah, that was another comebacker. But you see him right here, cat-like reflexes, knocks it down. Look at the wherewithal. He's not going to first. I'm like, he knew, okay, I'm going to go straight for second. No glove on his hand. If you replay that, just the end of the play, you'd be like, what happened before that? It would look very odd for a big man like Skubal to be throwing to second base in a major league game without a glove on.
Did you see how quickly he said, do not even come out of the dugout? No, don't even start the game.
I'm good. I do not need your approval at this point in the game.
He had the one earlier in the year, too, where it knocked his glove off. And then he was off balance throwing to first, and he airmailed the ball to first.
Well, he didn't have his counterbalance on there.
Right. There's a strike. He found the changeup there. Gurriel takes a strike, and that crowd did not like the location.
See what Jake's going with here. Get that fastball running up in the way. Back to the slider.
Changeup down, 1-1 strike.
It is interesting. That was another changeup that got hit hard. Like the Royals, or their game plan is set on that changeup, take away the changeup, get rid of the changeup, we'll hit the changeup.
Left side, that's a base hit off the fastball in Kansas City. Leads 1-0.
They're letting heater in. I mean, that's not a bad hit at all. And if you're setting changeup, but then you're not hitting it. Right. You pull 96, turn it around. And this is where it gets frustrating for a battery. Okay, now what do we do? Now where do we go? And this is where you just got to relax. Hey, Skubal, let's just throw quality pitches. See where we end up at the end of the night. I think sometimes you start overthinking it. Yeah, that was a quality pitch.
The numbers, though, suggest maybe he'll start to mix in that slider because he throws it, 15% of the time, right?
Yeah.
20% breakball, 1/5 of the pitches, slider, curveball combined. Maybe that's what he starts to mix in just to get them off his scent of the other stuff.
Yeah, you got to run to something. You can't just keep letting them pitch it. I like that fastball is an away play. The fastball away play. Right. You got to go in once in a while. He's trying to go in right there. You got a hit. No big deal. Just one run.
0-1 to Renfro, who's hit lefty well. There's a fastball downstairs. Two balls and a strike on Renfro. 2 on, 2 out. First inning. 19th pitch of the inning from Skubal. It's a change-up low. It's 3 balls and a strike. Big pitch early to Hunter Renfroe, one of their signings in the offseason. Popped up, first base side, Spencer Torkelson makes the catch. Skubal gets out of any more trouble, but the Royals do score first today at Kauffman Stadium.
I want to take you back to last night, 5th inning, and Tigers rookie Colt Keith diving for a ball here defensively, ended up injuring his right shoulder. So he tried to play through it for about another inning and a half, but ultimately he made the decision to pull himself out of the ball game, and that's why Zach McKinstry, who's going to lead off this inning, gets to start at second base here tonight. But the good news is, it took some pictures of everything. Colt Keith said he felt better today than he thought he might. Went through some infield drills a little bit earlier. Says it might be a couple of days, but he fully anticipates the opportunity to get back out there once he goes through a throwing progression and everything else. So obviously good signs that nothing severe, but Colt Keith certainly a big part of what these guys are trying to do, and they'll want him for that stretch run.
Telling that the Tigers didn't make a roster move. Yeah, you know, the day-to-day distinction means that you're willing, especially with the September expansion of the roster, to play with one guy less maybe for a couple of days and let him get back to health.
You know, and one additional thought here, guys, the fact that he did take some swings as well, so it's in the field where he felt like he couldn't get a ton of, couldn't get a ton behind his throws, but swinging, he says everything felt good, swing felt good, so ideally he could be a potential DH target in the next day or so.
Johnny, thank you very much for that. That's ball forward to McKinstry, and this is where, to Johnny's point, you have not a whole lot of time left in the season, but you do have 2 off days baked in, Thursday and Monday, and that's something Minnesota does not have, and not every team has that.
No, they come at perfect time, too. I mean, this Tiger team has been playing their Tiger tail off, like, in a real way. Like, every game's stressful. There's a lot going on. You get done with those games, you are mentally exhausted, physically exhausted, and emotionally exhausted in all 3 categories. And that takes a toll, you run it, it takes a lot of steam to keep that up.
I think the fans need a day off after the last couple. That's Tim Fowl. It's interesting, Andy, as you look at the upcoming schedule, Tampa Bay has pretty much ruined the Red Sox chances.
Yeah.
They have worn out Boston, so there's 3 with the Rays. That's not a team that's playing like it's toast. The White Sox, on the other hand, just lost their 117 games. So you'd love to get to that position where even on Thursday you're like a game back, because that ends up looking playable. Check swing, he did not go, but McKinstry will take second base. And Marsh is trying to find anything that's not his curveball that he can land right now. Even that sometimes he's struggling.
He's thrown a couple good curveballs. The back foot curveball is the one he cannot get. You see that right there? That's supposed to be a swing and miss pitch. It's just too far in. And he's done that about 4 times. Hit Gary with one. He almost hit, was it Riley with one?
Yeah.
Right there, he almost hit Trey with one. So it's like, you can't locate that. Back foot slider, that's in the Tiger's favor for sure.
1-2 is a fastball that had a mind of its own. What is this?
I think it's but if he could repeat that, that would be a really good pitch.
That's like a sinker bonus,
Yeah.
Look at that thing. Is there anybody who can perform a seance or an exorcism? Here did that right off of there. Then he just threw a sinker because he felt the horizontal, I think. Right?
Yeah, he's like, I've never done that before. Let's see if we can do that again. New level unlocked.
It's pretty much it, though.